As we enter the Christmas season, coming out of Thanksgiving with the election behind us, and lots of people feeling either very excited about the future or despondent about the future, I'd like to take a moment to think about what, in fact, it is that this season stands for. For many, it's the idea of Santa and his workshop with the elves putting toys together to be delivered. Perhaps in a throwback to olden days, the house out standing by itself in the woods with snow falling and Santa and the reindeer delivering the packages. For many, it may be memories of crowded malls and shopping trips to try to spend money that perhaps we didn't actually have for the gift that's going to make the difference in somebody's life, at least for a day, maybe for longer, as we try to deal with what, in fact, we've done when it comes to finances over Christmas. But overall, Christmas ought to be kept in mind as about what God has done in order to try to reconcile mankind to himself. From the Christian perspective, that is ultimately recognized in the giving of his son, but the birth of his son was just the beginning of a story that is ultimately going to see Jesus uh, crucified and dying for the sins of the world. Born to die, the promise comes to fruition at Easter, as expressed by John in chapter 3. And as Moses lifted up the serpent in the wilderness, even so must the Son of Man be lifted up, that whoever believes in him should not perish but have eternal life. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whoever believes in him should not perish but have everlasting life. For God did not send his Son into the world to condemn the world, but that the world through him might be saved. As we think about some different themes over the next few days related to Christmas and the Christmas story, I'd just like for us to keep in mind that what this story ultimately about is God's ultimate sacrifice of his son's willing sacrifice of his own life in order to restore relationship between God and human beings. And I encourage us all to reflect that how we address Christmas and how we live in light of Christmas and the Easter story is more important than any of the gifts or any of the good feelings that we may have that the holiday seasons bring about, and that it's up to us to live the difference that God came into this world to make. Thank you all very much. Look forward to hearing what you have to say. Bye-bye. Thank you very much for your time. I've got a couple other videos listed here if you'd like to take a look at those, and as I'd like to discuss issues related to politics, religion, society, and how in the world we're supposed to understand ourselves and life in the world. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Bye bye.